Hey guys, wow, that was a really cringy wave. Okay. Hey guys, it's Morgan and welcome back to my channel. So today's Respect the Trip video, we're going to be talking about, drumroll please, aliens. That sounded a lot more climatic in my head. We're going to be talking about aliens. So the question for today is, do aliens exist? And it's kind of a straightforward answer, like yes or no. I think yes, they do exist. Obviously, because it'd be kind of well, I guess you can make a whole conspiracy thing about why they don't exist. I think that aliens do exist because there's so many things in the universe out there that we don't know yet. Like, there's so much on our own planet that we haven't discovered yet. Imagine how much there is out there in space. So I think that the likelihood that there are aliens is pretty high. And I have some stuff to back it up. I try to do some research before all of my videos to get some backing for why this stuff can be real, because otherwise I feel like it kind of be like Gravity Falls, where like the Mystery Shack, where Grunkle Stan just says, hey, this is what this is. So that's why I try to find some scientific backing to support whatever argument I'm trying to make. But side note for Gravity Falls, I just started watching that because I was like, it's a show basically of conspiracy theories. That actually sounds kind of cool because I never watched it growing up. And so far I'm kind of liking it. It's like that dumb show that you watch when you don't really feel like watching TV, but you don't really feel like doing anything else, so it's just kind of background noise. In my research, I found a few things that I think support the idea that there are aliens out there. First off is the presence of water on other space objects. I don't really know, because that's not all planets. Some of them are moons. But even in our own solar system, they have found evidence of water on some of Jupiter's moons, and they're looking for some of it under Mars's surface. And there might be evidence that Venus has water molecules in its atmosphere. So if there's water in our own solar system, then chances are that there might be water in other solar systems as well, and water is key to life. The other thing that we know, just kind of by looking at our planet and from what we've seen, is that life can survive in extreme circumstances. So if you think about it, Earth is kind of wild. You got stuff in freezing areas, really hot areas, really rainy areas. If you name it, there's probably something living there. So I think that kind of supports the idea of aliens, because it's it doesn't have to be this perfect utopia planet. It could kind of be a little bit of everything. It could be really extreme ice, really extreme heat, but there is the possibility that life could survive there. Because if you think about it, and I think that this is the biggest point on the if aliens are real spectrum, is that there are billions of planets out there, and we haven't even discovered probably half of them. But when you think about the magnitude of the universe, and I think about it in my head, it seems more likely that we wouldn't be alone than that we would be alone. So, and there are a few sources that kind of agree with the idea that because of how large the universe is, that the likelihood of us being alone is a little bit smaller. Ellen Sherman was one of Britain's first astronauts, and in an interview, I think it was done with CNN, that was the website I found it on, she said that she believes that there has to be a bunch of different life out there because there are so many billions of different stars that the chances of there being different forms of life is... One thing she brought up was that the aliens might not be made up of the same materials as us, meaning that we as humans are more carbon and nitrogen based, and the aliens might be made up of other, might be made up of other elements. And it's been kind of a while since I've taken chemistry, but who knows, maybe we'll find other elements as we go. Unless we've already kind of gotten an idea of where everything is, and in that case, I'm so sorry, that was not part of my research, and I'm not a chemist, so this is just me speculating. Based off of how it was written, it was kind of one of those oh, what if things we're doing, but she brought up, or this is my interpretation, Sherman brought up the idea that it could even be possible for aliens to be here right now, and we wouldn't even know it. That made me think of Marvel with the Skrulls and Captain Marvel, when like the Skrulls are here and like you don't know because they can adapt to look like you, but we don't know what aliens look like, so it could totally be possible, and that's actually kind of like trips me out to think about that, like, whoa. I think that's my favorite part of the video, when like I start thinking of stuff that like I didn't write down. Like, I wrote down her thought about what if aliens already exist among us, but I never actually thought about it. Like, I like the part of the video where I start tripping myself out, because then it's just like I blow my mind. And I think that the interesting thing, because if you think about it, if aliens are already here, you'd have to ask yourself, well, how many? Like, that in itself is a whole interesting thing, and I'm definitely going to have to do another video on that, which will come out probably like much later. I'm trying to like mix everything up, my different theories, so I can like build on stuff and think of it as I go. So I'll definitely be coming out with what if aliens are already on Earth later, because wow, we got to talk about that one. The last point that ties into the whole billions of stars thing is that out of the billions of stars, we know that at least 50% of them have planets. So the likelihood of planets evolving in a way that is similar to ours is pretty high up there, especially if you think that we only know that 50% of the stars have planets, for sure. But there's a whole other half of the billions that we're still trying to figure out. So that's kind of cool too, like all of the unknowns with it. And that was on NBC News. Obviously, because I was trying to like, I did focus more on like if aliens were real, but some reasons why like people I know are skeptical is because, especially in this day and age, it's like gotten easier to fake images, it's gotten easier to fake videos, make things seem like they are and they aren't. And another point that was brought up is, would people actually be able to work together enough to keep the secret? Would people actually be able to like work together enough to like keep the secret of aliens if we knew about them? Like, if there's a small percentage of the globe that knows, would they actually be able to work together to make sure that the rest of the world never finds out and like hides all the other stuff? Like, kind of like Men in Black type style, but I think that went pretty well for the Men in Black, so who knows? And I think that's pretty much all for today's video. So please let me know what you think in the comments below, if you think aliens do actually exist or not. As you know, my answer is I totally think that they exist. If you like videos like this and you want to see more, please subscribe. I'll be here every week. Mostly every week. Remember to respect the trip, and I'll see you guys next time.